Disney lays off 1,000 digital artist employees. This is crazy, bro. What have we come to now?
Yeah, man. I mean, I saw the news the other day and I couldn't believe because we were just talking about Seed Dance the other day and we are talking about how could it affect Hollywood and all that sort of stuff. And Disney's a big player, man. And they laid off, I mean, 1,000 employees in total. And a lot of it had to do with the Marvel VX, what do you call it, the visual artist and
Yeah.
whatnot. And that's huge, man. I mean, that's.
Hi, I'm Kibbs.
And I'm G-Man.
I'm all about art, comics, and movies.
I'm passionate about martial arts, comics, and movies.
And we're the Brothers Geek Out podcast. Join us every fortnight while we dive into the world of pop culture, from movies, gaming, TV shows, and comics.
Real world issues, mental health, and everything geeky in between.
So if you're ready to geek out with us,
hit play to join the conversation.
This is the Brothers Geek Out podcast.
Such a shame. And these are the individuals, bro, who put the MCU on the map, the visual MCUs, the what we're gonna always remember, right? What the characters look like and the design and all that sort of stuff. These are a lot of these employees, man, that these creative artists that have just been fired. And apparently Disney's just going for like, what is it we got here? It's like laser, they're going for like a outsourcing for specific
Yeah.
projects, and it
But
doesn't say
AI, bro.
I tried to look, are they looking to go AI? And I feel like they are. They say outsourcing, but I feel like they'll outsource the artists, but AI. I mean, I'm reading here, Walt Disney Company has officially begun sweeping over 1,000 layoffs under the direction of new CEO Josh Admaro. Marvel Studios winning visual development team being the most highly profiled casualty. The
Hmm.
company worldwide memo, it went out on the 14th, stating that they're going to streamline operations and foster more agile and technology-enabled force. Like these words they use to just fire people. I
Yeah.
mean, I've heard it all before, man. While
It's,
thousand
it's
cuts span
bullshit.
marketing, streaming, legal insiders report Marvel's in-house team, concept artists, and illustration. Yeah, man, there's a group responsible for the iconic look of Marvel MCU since Iron Man has been reduced to a skeleton crew. They say moving forward, Marvel will shift to contracted-based models, hiring artists on specific projects by project basis rather than keeping a full-time staff. Man, that's crazy, bro, man. I mean, I just feel for them, man. I mean, like digital art, artists, creatives. Like they're not saying AI, but I think they're gonna go with AI, man. But that's kind of heartbreaking because these are the people who grew the MCU to what it is. They were a big part of it. How much money does Disney make? You're trying to save cost? I mean, come on, man. You make
Well, I
all the
mean,
money on Disney World,
At
all the
CinemaCon,
products.
they announced that they made like 6.2 billion something, and I'm like, then and a day after that, they fire all these people, and it's like it's really sketchy at the moment now, and I feel like the movie industry's. I mean, I know it's difficult, but it's got worse. People are already out of work, and to put that many people out of work. And most companies are using AI, bro. Ain't no companies using any uh creative people anymore, bro.
Yeah, well, just to call us out, man. Like for some of the recent thumbnails we've been using have been AI. Come on, you're an artist, and you were always like before, like I'm against it. But talk about it's
It's
honestly why
convenience.
you use it. It's
Convenience,
convenient. It does make
convenience,
things easier,
convenience.
right?
Much
Yeah,
easier. It
and
knows
it's not bad
everything.
looking.
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. So like as much as it's weird, as much as I hate it, I don't have the time. And I think that's what it is, it's time.
And that's what it is.
I'm not being able to sit down and do Photoshop work like I used to. I barely sit down to do any artwork anymore because I don't have the time anymore. And I think maybe later on, yes, when the kids are older, I could sit down, read a book properly, draw some drawings properly. But right now, if I've got 20 minutes to myself, it's like, what do I do, man? Instead of scrolling, I'll
Right.
try and do like some doodles and stuff like that. But with the podcast stuff, it's like, what can we do to make it? And as bad as it is, it's not bad. But I'm just saying,
But you have to be
convenience.
efficient. You have to
It's
be efficient with
convenience, yeah.
time. And like doing a thumbnail, I'm like, a kid's podcast coming out next week or whatever. I need a thumbnail. That's a consistent, reoccurring job. It's not like an artwork where you're like, I'm just gonna draw a character or whatnot in
Mm.
your own out your own mind and passion and whatnot. This is a reoccurring efficiency. It's about finding efficient ways of working, and AI does do that, and that's why we use the
But
thumbnail.
that's how
But
I said. I
you
would
know,
say assistive tool, where I'm still putting in the prompts that I need, putting images that I need to put together. It's just done it for me much more quicker instead of me sitting there cutting around you and the rest of it. Now, almost hypocritical, but for me, it works. And some people maybe get me in the comments. I don't usually use it for anything else. I've been trialing it. I've seen some really cool shit. And don't get me wrong, but I just feel like 100% I'm not with it. But for convenience, when it comes to marketing and stuff like that and doing what we do here, if it can save me an hour of my time now, because time is precious, then I'm gonna go over there and use that quickly, efficiently, and get it out there. But I'm not selling that to people. You know what I mean? If I'm
Mm.
selling my artwork, I'm selling my artwork. And the AI part
Yeah,
of it is
exactly,
what I
exactly.
use for marketing and pushing the content out there, basically. But other than that, I mean, we're using the AI clips for over a year now, I think. I'm going to cancel it. It's coming up soon. I think I've already cancelled it. The clips don't do much now because of the way social media has changed. So it's more, which we'll jump into a bit later. But anyway, let's get. We're gonna go off topic. Uh, I feel sorry for the artists. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel bad. I do feel bad. I do feel bad. Like and like
Disney
now
makes
where I
so
am.
much money, man. Disney
Yeah.
Plus is expensive now, and you got all the products and all that stuff, and they're firing the people who created it. But that's the thing. That's the heartbreaking thing as well. It's like the MCU is what it is today because these guys are a huge part of that creative design, to make it look great on the big screen. You know what I mean? Like make it look adaptable and not cringy and all this sort of stuff. And yeah, to hear that is big. And, even Disney talking about because of Dune and Doomsday coming out on the same day and like they're fighting over the IMAX screen, they invented their own, cinema experience, like and whatnot, which you're pushing out there as well. So on the plus side, you're trying to grow cinema, which is great. On the flip side, the creators and whatnot, you're just trying to make that efficient. Listen, right now I'm criticizing it, we're gonna end up watching it. Like there's gonna be that, and then we're gonna end up watching it. If they use up bare AI and whatnot, that's gonna be tough. But if they don't, and they end up, listen, we're gonna get project. If they are saying what they say in like project by project, we're gonna get specific creatives, like be it, very specific around specific characters and projects. Maybe that might not be a bad idea. It might give different artists opportunities to get in, like on a contractual basis, based on their experience, based on their fandom. I don't know. You never know what they're going for, but man, I do see action AI being used because some of the stuff out there is sick. So I don't know, man. That's a tough one for Disney, man. Well, not for Disney, but for Marvel and the artist, I guess.
Well, it takes away the creativity for as a comic book fan. For a comic book fan, you know that it's people putting in their time to do that artwork, to do the stuff. Uh, that's deep. It is deep. Honestly, it is deep. It takes you away from it after. Like, don't get me wrong. It is. It does look cool. It does look cool. I mean, look, CinemaCon. Look what they did. They brought back Val Kilmer with his family's permission. I'm not sure about that and if it's ethical and you know it's why they say we don't draw our profit. You know what I mean? It's unethical. It's the
Right.
morals there is not right. It's very difficult. Even now, when I draw characters like Muhammad Ali or Bruce Lee or anything like that, I mean, these are people that are gone. So like we've remembered them, but we keep, you know, I don't know. It's a weird one. Anyway, listen, let's give a massive thank you to our sponsors, Cherish Clicks. If you guys are looking to do an event, family day, wedding, birthday party, what was it, baby showers, christenings, whatever, guys, and you guys want to take memories on the day, give Cherish Clicks a shout. Their links will be in the bio. They are in the description. Sorry. They are the proud sponsors of the Brothers Geek Out podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. There's loads of you on here, guys. That continue to watch the program, the show, and the shorts, and G-Man's information in the community center as well, which has been great. Community center, community page. So guys, keep letting us know what you want to see next. What we're gonna do something new as well. Just a little intro, nothing too. Big is that we want to start taking questions from you. So what I'll do on a weekly basis is run up some questions, put them up on Instagram and X, so you can find us there. And then if you have a question about something, then drop it in on there, and then let us know. All right, man. We're gonna go through a couple of things in today's show. So, the Punisher trailer came out. Street Fighter trailer as well. We're gonna run through that as well. We're gonna do a movie review on a movie called I Swear, which is based on John Davidson,
Yeah,
if I'm correct. Movie news as well, guys. So, all right, cool. Let's jump in, bro. Punisher. Let me know. What do you
Punisher.
think?
Super excited, man. You know me. Listen, I'm a biased guy when it comes to the Punisher. Anything Punisher, I love. But listen, it's John Berthnell. This is going to be connected to, I believe. So, from my understanding of the timeline, this is after Born Again season one. This is what
Mm,
probably happened in between Born Again season two, leading up to Spider-Man, right? So, I'm very interested in the link. I'm very interested in, you know, how he's going to fall into the MCU movie
mm,
world with Spider-Man and everything. But the story that they're looking to go for, and from the trailer that we've seen, it's completely different, right? Spider-Man we know is not going to be R-rated, right?
mm,
This continues to be, the Punisher that we know of, the R-rated Punisher. And what I love about it immediately is like immediately they focus on the mental health, like his PTSD and all that sort of stuff, right? Which for me, as a Punisher fan, because I really want people to understand him, he's not just a killer, right? Even though he does bad stuff, he's not that. There's a lot in his mental, and I love the fact that they portray that. And I think it's important for the Punisher, especially when you're doing his own specific show, to kind of always remind people he's not just a vigilante or whatever you want to call it. There is a lot of PTSD going on there. But so that's awesome. And then I love, listen, man, the story that they seem like they're going with, it's like the Janucci crime family. And there's, one of like Punisher's like biggest adversaries, and obviously he's always against crime family, but this one specifically is if I remember the comics, and I remember briefly, I can't always remember
mm.
things, but I can't remember her name, but one of the Junichi's head bosses and whatnot, he does his thing in the beginning, right? Smashes them all up, and then the head boss, he throws her. I think they somehow end up in the zoo or whatever, right? Bronx Zoo or something. He throws her in the panda. Is it the not panda? What do you call it? Polar bear exhibit, right? So they
Okay.
munch her up, right? They munch her up, but before they kill her, she gets saved or whatnot. Now, bro, she's got no arms, no legs or whatnot. And she's still running the family from her mansion, bro. And
Bloody
then
yeah.
in the comics, by the end of the comics, bro, he comes into the mansion, smashes up everything. He blows up the mansion. She somehow flies out the window. She's like Bear, still trying to fight with no arms and legs and shit, bro. And then he football kicks her back into the fire, the mansion with fire and shit. So listen, man. I don't know how they're gonna portray. I don't think they're gonna portray that
No,
in
no, no,
this,
no.
but are they gonna portray some sort of mutilation and all that sort of stuff, some fish? But when I saw that, I was busting up laughing. I was like, you ain't gonna portray that in the comic. But it's funny the way he football kicks her back in, but she got no arms and legs, and he kicks her back into the building. It's horrible. Anyway, when I saw that, I was like, all right, how do you kind of match this level? Like, you don't want to
Yeah,
match
yeah.
that kind of but that level of intensity and just kind of showing. Punisher's raw, man. Like I said, I spoke about the mental health and the PTSD, but he is raw on how he deals with these criminals. Like, and he has no remorse for them, and I love
Yeah.
that about him. So I'm excited, bro. And the trailer didn't show. It showed a lot of. Didn't show much action. It showed a lot of chaos. It showed a
Mm,
lot what's going on, what's going on in his head. It's got showed off. Him with a baseball bat, which is like my figure up here, which I kind of love. This
mm.
sideshow figure and his baseball bat. Um, and then we did get a glimpse of him in the Punisher skull and everything
Outfit.
at the
Yeah,
end.
man.
So, bro, man, this is awesome because Daredevil season two every week is freaking awesome, and it's leading to that. It's nice, bro. We got something every week leading up to that. I'm
So I
super
haven't started
excited.
watching Daredevil yet. So, because I'm on season two now, so I'm on episode three, and I think episode three just after the big speech, which I absolutely love. Uh, but yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this. I feel like this is straight after like the blip.
Oh, you think it's after the blip?
Yeah, because he had the beard long and the hair.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even consider. I mean, but he can grow it anyway. But I figured he'll. So in my head, I'm thinking it's after Born Again season one where he escaped, right? And then it's in the middle of Born Again season two.
Oh,
Yeah, and then I feel like it's gonna lead to Spider-Man. Because remember, Spider-Man trailer, he calls him Frank. He knows him. They know each other. So like, I don't think they're gonna introduce them in the Spider-Man movie to each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
think they already gonna. So my feeling is they already there's gonna be some connection in this. to that. That's my
Interesting.
feeling.
It's a good trailer, man. Good trailer. And I'm glad they bring up the PTSD part, man. It's the part that they don't show as much, they don't support as much, and already we know what's going on in the States at the moment now, and it's been going on for years, man. Uh, which is a shame where they don't even help their own vets. You know what I mean? I mean, half of them are sleeping on road or going through like troubled times. A country being patriotic didn't even stand up for you, and what happened to Frank in the comic books is the same thing. You know what I mean?
Same thing.
It's the same thing that's happened to him. So it's as Stanley said, it's we mirror it out the windows of the reality that we live in, and it's such a shame, and it's still ongoing. I'm excited to see what happens and where it goes, man. But yeah, definitely excited. Definitely excited.
My favorite character, man. I love more
Mm.
punish I could get, the better, man. So I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna get him in Spider-Man. Can't complain, bro. And I just started reading my comics again, like literally the paperbacks. I finally got them out, so I started reading back to my Punisher comics. I got the digital ones and whatnot. Just yeah, back to that, man. More Punisher for me, man. I'm super excited about that. Let's move on to Street Fighter, bro. The talk of the town. The talk of the town, the Street Fighter trailer. But I have not had so many people, and I'm talking about popes. Ibby even messaged me, bro. The Street Fighter trailer looks kind of sick, and I was like, oh my god, this is a generational like sentimental thing to everyone because I had bare people messaging me about it. Me and Yusuf done a little breakdown yesterday.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? I know you wrote a little something. What's your thoughts about this trailer?
Listen, bro, it looks like a good, fun movie that's not going to take itself seriously at all. We are not watching a Oscar-worthy movie here. We are not watching like a grade A level action movie. This is a Street Fighter film. It's based off a fucking game. I don't know why people get emotional for, because I gave my thoughts on the good and the bad. Yeah. But they all ended up like, even with the bad stuff, I ended it in a positive because it's a Street Fighter game. It looks jokes, bro. All the characters looks jokes. They've each and everybody that has been casted for that role is for the script, and even the director, bro. Like he's done it so that it's the sillier side of Street Fighter. Because why are you trying to ground these characters for? That's my point of view. That's why I think fans have just embraced it because it just looks fun. You know what? They got some iconic. They got all the iconic. The guy's kicking the shit out of a car and shit, bro. They got Ken kicking the car and shit, bro. Like I'm like, you know what? What more can I ask for? Like as much as I love the game. I love the anime, the manga that came out. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme's version. I love different interpretations of these characters, so I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is, bro. Uh, it looks fun. It looks like a crazy fun. Like we're just gonna have a lot. Like people will talk about it. It's gonna be a shit film, bro. It's gonna be like Jean-Claude Van Damme's one, but I'm gonna have fun with it. Like I don't want nothing. I think like the way I tried to phrase things was that I'm still gonna have fun. It looks crazy, batshit crazy, bro. Everybody's in the costumes, and I don't think some of the characters suit who they are. But then the character flips, like Ryu being Wasteman Games, like oh come on, man, Ryu's the guy who travels the world to fight all the greatest fighters. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see. That made me interested to see where they go with this.
Yeah, see, bro, when I first watched it, I was 50-50. Right, you heard Ash talking about Ash completely didn't like it, but I
Yeah,
was
no,
like, no,
good
no, no,
night.
I'm 50-50. Like, and now I'm gonna be honest with you, I have to speak to Yusuf, I have to speak to a lot of people, watching it two, three, four times, and then just kind of getting out of my head of like, you know what, put your expectations aside, and like you said, enjoy it for what it is, and all that sort of stuff. I'm more like 80% excited, 20% thing. And my 20%, bro, like, yes, the Ryu thing, I don't know because he looks like a waste man, but maybe he's just dressed up or whatnot. But I feel like I wanted the warrior who travels the world to practice, to be better as a martial artist and whatnot. But he looks like a waste man. I don't know. Ken looks like a waste man. Cool. He's always kind of like being that Hollywood star,
Yeah, yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
loses his way. What cool. But Ryu looked almost like a bum, and I was just like, maybe I'm missing things. Maybe he is, but he just looks like it in the trailer. I do think some of the characters, yes, like I was talking about with usage yesterday, some of the costumes and stuff look grade A on making the costumes look like them, right? From the because you
Yeah,
needed
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah.
But I do think some adaptation needed to be done because some of them does look like cosplay. Like to me, like Gaio looks like cosplay. Like to me,
Yeah,
like that's my
yes.
opinion. You know, and Bison looks a bit like cosplay. I think Dalsim looks freaking awesome. Zangief looks freaking awesome. Ryu and Ken pretty cool. Chung Li, you know, she's okay. So some of it looks like cosplay, some of it like on, but grade A for try for effort because that's what you need. You could not change that. Um, I do think like the comedic aspect of it, which like it threw me off a little bit. Again, me putting my expectations aside, maybe it could be different. Maybe with Ryu, with Akuma and all that sort of stuff, Ryu could go for the dark side and all that sort of stuff. Like that could be a bit serious. I do want a grounded Ryu and Ken. I do like that. I would prefer that, to be honest with you. Maybe the rest of the characters no. Like maybe it is going to be, and maybe the comedic stuff might be a good filler to keep everyone entertained and whatnot
I
throughout the whole
think
movie.
it. I know why they did that. Think about the casting they picked in this film, bro. They
Yeah,
picked
true.
some very interesting characters that are in the limelight at the moment now, wherever it's coming to podcast, comedy, music,
Wrestling,
wrestling.
WWE. Yeah,
Bro,
their
they've
social
hit.
medias are. Yeah,
Come on, bro. That's like perfect
yeah.
marketing, perfect casting. People are on the brink. They're Gen Z kind of. They're not Gen Z now. What is it now?
I don't even know the. I don't
Anyway,
know these things.
like
But
it,
you're
it,
right.
it
You're right. They went for the Twitter, Instagram followers.
exactly
Um,
that, bro. Because it's going go into what it's going to be 50-50 between the
yeah,
toxic crowd, yeah. But I personally think, as a marketer, when I watched the trailer, I was like, bro, you know what they did? They did something good there. They did something good. They were going to bring in a couple of the old fans, new
yeah, yeah.
generation of Street
And
Fighter
the
fans.
ones. No, carry on, carry on.
Yeah, and then uh, everybody's got somebody that they like in there, bro. You know, you got people that from
Exactly,
Cobra Kai
exactly.
that's gonna go for the I can't remember her name, what character she's playing, and then you've got people who are big fans of what's his name, Gaio's wrestling guy. I can't remember his name.
WWE, Raymond
WWE,
Bones or something.
Raymond,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you've got oh man, it's crazy, bro. They did good, bro. It's a good marketing
Andrew
and
Schultz is a
strategy.
comedian and he's got loads
Yes,
of. But you're right. No, you're 100% right. I feel like yes. I think the ones who's gonna complain, like people like me or even Ash, one, we have our own expectations. Two, the complainers will probably be the original Street Fighter. A lot of the original Street Fighter fans, all right. But a lot of them might just accept it and just enjoy it for what it is, right?
mm,
But then yes, you're right, man. Like every individual, you're not just making this big franchise. Each actor that they pick has their own massive fan base. You're just gonna bring that. I don't think this movie is for a specific demographic. I don't think it's like specifically for the fans. It's specific. It's very broad. Also, like if you think about it, it's competing in a way with Mortal Kombat. Right. When I say that, I
mm.
know they're months apart, but it's kind of like, well, look, Mortal Kombat has to have that dark tournament style fatalities. That's what it was based on, right? Street Fighter never had that. It had like more powers, that martial arts, and a bit more of a brighter sort of scene. So like, from one perspective, like you got to make it different, and they did. And you know what? Maybe it will be an iconic Jean-Claude Van Damme one, which was like a guilty pleasure type of thing. Maybe a bit
Yeah,
better,
yeah.
maybe a bit worse. But also like I think one thing of me is like 20, how many years? 20 something years of waiting for this. And I guess I wasn't blown away, but maybe I'm gonna enjoy it. There's no fact about it. I'm gonna watch it. I've changed my perspective a little bit. Like forget my expectations, go and enjoy it. But I guess I feel like it's not gonna be epic, and that's what I was thinking. Like I want it to be. I would have wanted it to be epic, and I feel like a 2 hour movie. You know, I don't think there's gonna be much character building. You got so many characters in here. Blanca looks like Hulk. Can't blame him. He's big and green and whatnot. But I don't know. My fear is like it's a bit too silly. There's not gonna be too much character building, like with all the characters. Like if you got like a Dalsim who just doesn't get much screen time and not likable. I'm using him as an example. You're like, that's a waste of a character. So I don't know. Let's see what they focus it around. And Bison, when you get much of him, but again, he looks very cosplay compared to
He's
whatnot.
a great
But
actor. He's a great actor,
oh,
but
he's brilliant.
yeah,
He's
you're
brilliant.
right. You're right. But Sagat,
No
Steven
Sagat.
Seagal,
Come
bro.
on. Allow him, bro. Why would you ever cross Steven Seagal,
Because
Chunky
he can't
Sagat,
he
bro?
he, he can't lift his legs, isn't it?
Yeah, but Sagat can lift his legs up, man. Come on.
No, that's what I
But
mean.
those are
They
the
get
things.
Steven Spielberg, no, but Steven Spielberg,
Steven
Steven
Spielberg is that.
Seagal doing his Aikido, and it'd be like, who the hell casted this guy as Sagat? Anyway, jokes aside, yeah, I mean, I'm actually upset about that.
What Sagat?
Unless
I know.
they creep him in later on, and it's like one of those secret things just to keep the buzz going to talk about it. You know what? I'll probably come back to
Well,
this
maybe.
later.
Well, maybe you never know what they're thinking for the future because maybe they might do spin-offs, like a Ryu spin-off with, because he's supposed to Dragon Punch Sagat and get that scar and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Maybe you never know. Maybe if this is successful, they could do spin-off, be it movies or shows with individual characters and their journeys, because that would be interesting, man. I mean, look, my favorite thing about the whole thing, though, as you already spoke about it earlier, was the nostalgia. Seeing the Dragon Punch, seeing the Hadouken, seeing him beat up the car, seeing Dalsim's arm getting low. Like that nostalgia of movement is perfect. I wanted to see that, and I'm glad they're
Yeah.
doing that. The other thing I do think, again, I think that they should have just used Ryu's theme tune for the trailer, but that's my opinion. Nothing
Mm.
wrong with the tune that they played, but I just feel like that game is so iconic from looks to moves to music.
Music,
It's so
yeah.
iconic. And I feel like they should have used something. But maybe they might force a couple of the tunes in there. You never know.
No, exactly. We'll see what they do. I hope they do, bro, man. I need something. I need some of that classical shit, man. Like I was listening to it the other day when I was making that poster. I was like, man, Street Fighter, man, it's such an generational epic game soundtrack visuals as well. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens, bro. Looking forward to it. As I said, I'm in for the madness, bro. I am in for the madness. All right, let's move on to I Swear, bro. What did you think,
Yeah, I
bro?
watched that yesterday. So good. I had it on my list.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're not going to talk about what happened in the bath. Just put that aside, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
about awareness to Tourette syndrome, which I really didn't know as much as this movie kind of uh, educated me with, as the movie's plot and his characters, not character, but the real life John, was it
Yeah,
John?
John Davidson. Yeah,
His mission in life, about it wasn't about the disease or disabledness. It was about education, and this movie done that to me. Like, it really gave me the education, and I thought it was really awesome. And what I loved about the whole movie is because I had so much different emotions running through it, like
yeah,
feeling sorry for him and all this sort of stuff. But then there was this dark humor where you just can't stop laughing at some of the things he might say or do and whatnot. It starts off with him being honored by the Queen, which was real, right? And he's like, "Fuck the Queen," and I started busting up. It's like, even Elio was giggling. But it was such a deep movie about his condition and educating everyone about his condition, and that what he, like, almost like he's not the first person ever to have it,
mm,
but almost like it's kind of showing like this is what happens when you don't when you choose when nobody knows what it is and they
mm,
choose to ignore that he's got a medical condition or a physical whatever condition, a neuro condition. And this is the way he got discriminated against, man. Like the way he got beaten up, the way he got put to jail, like all this sort of stuff, man. You feel bad for him, man. We got the bullying wasn't just kids, man. Even as an adult, he got bullied in different ways. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of broke my heart with certain things, man. But then again, that dark comedy was just a great like glue to the movie. I thought, wow, like
when
this
he
is
when he
really
was
done so well.
when he was in court,
Yeah.
like there was moments in there I was busting up. But the other thing was uh his work colleague when he
Mm.
got a job and he was actually working. And you know what it takes, bro. Like so, just to go back, I think her name was it Peggy, the woman that
Peggy, I
took
think
him
it
in.
might be. Yeah,
I
not
can't
Peggy,
remember her
Jenny
name,
something
but
like, yeah,
the
yeah.
woman that took him in, she understood and saw him. And like, the constant, like he kept on saying sorry after everything. And she was like, don't be sorry for being you.
Mm.
You never have to apologize to me for being you. And like, she just accepted it. And this is what we don't do as human beings, is just accept people for who they are or what they are going through. Like, it was a beautiful story, bro, with some funny, really, really funny moments. Even where I was supposed to get to was when he was getting the job, he was doing the interview, and he's like, and he would just do something, and I'm like, the actor Robert, which is
Oh, brilliant.
I think his real name is Mike. It wasn't a performance. Like I thought that he had Tourette's, bro.
Brilliant,
Like
brilliant.
I thought he had Tourette's, but it's when he punched the dog in the interview.
That when I was just about to say that when he punched the dog.
He goes, "I like you, but just don't ever punch the dog
You ever
ever
do
again."
that again,
But they
I will
had such a
kill
nice
you.
relationship, man. And like he did the work. What I loved about the story, loved about this, was that some people we're always looking for destiny and looking to find what to do, and he kind of it just came to him. His destiny came to him to educate people about this. Uh, the movie is touching in so many ways. I mean, even that moment where he uses that device which helps him with the ticks.
That got
That
me,
was
man. I
emotional.
felt so happy for him, man. I felt
Yeah,
so that glimmer of hope. I mean, because I
yeah,
don't know the situation now and whatnot and how advanced the technology, but just to see him and you see it in his face, it was like I haven't felt like that since I was 14, and I
mm,
was just told there was no cure and all this sort of stuff. And just to see him go through the library and talk to that girl on the train, it was such a nice way to kind of put that in there to show that there's glimmer of hope and whatnot. But yeah, his destiny found him, man, and I love that about what he ended up becoming
mm.
in the real world and everything. His own family didn't even accept him or couldn't even accept him. His mother, his
That's
father,
so
his I mean,
difficult.
that was tough.
So difficult. So difficult. And I think just as a human being, being accepted, you know, the
Hard enough, man.
is exactly, bro, because
Hard
you're
enough.
you're at work, you got imposter syndrome. Nobody really accepts you there because you're just getting a pay slip, so you're expendable, you know. But you know that like home is the place. Home is the place where you should be accepted. You should be in your own zone. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
The movie had heart. Spoilers, guys. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It is on Netflix at the moment now. Uh, because he didn't understand what he was going through as a teenager, that he went to kill himself.
Yeah, that because I had no idea what how the movie was gonna like portray the story and whatnot. So it gave us the beginning. Like we
Mm,
learned with him, like as it started happening. Like he's like, I don't know what's happening with me,
mm,
to me. And we learned that too at the same time as well. And that, the fact that nobody could acknowledge his family, everyone just kept on saying, like, stop doing that or whatever it is, and no one's trying to acknowledge something's wrong here, for
yeah.
him to just feel like I should just end it. That got me. And when he got beaten up later on, when he with the girl, that lady called up back up and they beat him up with a crowbar, and he was in the hospital bed, and obviously his neck and everything is hurting and he's still twitching, which is hurting him more. And he's just like, I'm just so
I'm
tired
just tired.
of this. That
Yeah.
broke my heart, man. That really broke my heart,
Ah,
man.
that was a tough scene. That scene got me. That teared me up because I've never understood. I understand chronic pain. I understand the pain that dad went through. Yeah, it's chronic. That shit you live with. You know what I mean? Uh, and it hits because you're tired. You're not just tired from everyday life and waking up early, trying to get everything ready, go to work, do this, do that. You're tired of the pain as well. And it that scene absolutely got me. And nobody understands that. Some people don't. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could be in a place full of crowded people and be like, "Shit, I'm dying here," but I've just got to show up. And I went to a wedding yesterday with mum and dad to take them. Had Idris and Isla with me, and Idris made me laugh, man. Him and his lipsil, man, cracking me up. But like, he doesn't know I'm actually in pain. I'm just sitting there trying to concentrate, and he was asking, "Where's your head at, sus?" And I was like, "Oh, so sorry, Sasa. I'm trying to manage this pain at the moment." And he won't know. He won't know. And I didn't know when Dad used to say it all the time before as well. I know now. I
Mm.
understand it now. And it's like, how do you explain that? Like, nobody understands chronic pain to an extent where you're like, I'm actually fed up of explaining myself. And that's what it is with people that go through all of these, and I don't even want to say them as disabilities, but these special powers that they have, because they have got these great things about them. You just need to see past that first bit, and that's what that other woman did for him. Was she actually saw his potential, and what he can become. And he did end up becoming that, which was amazing, man. It was a great movie, man. I think Kirk Jones, the director, whoever, I'm trying to figure out who wrote it. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they wrote it so well that, as you said, as you saw his struggle, his pain, his happiness, the good times he had as well, because he had a lot of good times, the funny moments, bro. Man, that spunking it, I was dying,
Yeah.
bros.
When he
That
when he like simple thing when he was just walking with the tea and he's like he dropped one, he was like, oh shit, and then he dropped the other one. It's like again, they done it so well, and even he talks about it at the end when he's
mm,
doing some of the meetings. He's like, I laugh at some of the stuff I say, and that's another thing, just bringing humor and joy and thing to it. So
exactly.
let's laugh about it, because it is funny some of the shit that we say. Um, Really well done, man. Really like engaged the whole movie. It's a 2 hour
Yeah,
movie. I was engaged from
yeah,
beginning to end. And I think that humor was done so strategically and so well, and also to lighten up the situation and what they're going through. And if you ever come across someone like that, you kind of like, if you hear someone say in the supermarket and you're like, that's funny. Like you hear it and you'll be like offensive because it's very offensive stuff, but they put a humor twist to it because like they're in that situation, like they don't can't control it, as they say. I can't control the urge. So
mm,
we just got educated, just like his mission to educate the police, the courts, the parents. We just got educated as two ordinary dudes about this. I think
exactly.
it's so important.
Exactly. No, it's great. It's a good movie. Guys, go check it out. It's on most streaming platforms at the moment now, so don't miss out. Go check, I swear. And shout outs to Mike. I mean, his stage name is Robert, but he liked my review, so shout outs to you, bud. Thanks.
Shout out, man.
And he's in Palestine 36 as well, so even better. Okay, cool, man. We move on to over 2,000 stars signed a letter to stop the Paramount and WB merger, which is interesting to see that people that work in that industry to stand up to see we don't want this happening, uh, but we need more people joining in, and it's difficult at the moment already. I've noticed that even for us, when it comes to talking to studios, it is very different to compared to the past couple of years. Like it's got hard, bro. It's not easy
Yeah.
because of where we stand as well, and what we are fighting for, what we believe in. We have become. It's strange because it's like we have become what we have always loved and adored on the screen. The rebellion. We are the rebels, and it's. I've never thought I'd come to that point because there was like I'm starting to see I lost a ton shitload of followers last year, uh, opportunities missed, and uh, people were always messaging about why do you stand for this for? And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, where is your humanity? Take away religion and race, yeah. Take away religion and race. Where do you stand? Anyway, fuck it, and I'll still keep. And I don't care really and truly. I'm not inciting violence. I'm just passing on the news. I'm telling you what I believe in, what I see is wrong, and what I'll stand up for. So if I can be a rebel and disrupt the propaganda that's out there, then I'm going to be a part of that as well. So I don't want to be. I read comic books. We watch heroes. They were all rebels. They were all people that wanted to stand up for the right thing. And I hope these guys here, that's what they're doing as well. They don't want the merger to happen. It takes away creativity, it takes away people's stories, and it pushes the narrative.
I think there's with that merger, yeah, there's two parts. There's the part that you're talking about now, which is huge for us more than anything, right? And what we're talking about is Paramount, the owners of it is that Larry Bernstein or whatever, I don't know, some
Hmm.
Zionist propaganda bastard. And his son or whatever bought TikTok so they can censor all the news and stuff that's going on there, keep it Zionist focused. Same with this, right? If they take over Warner Brothers, it'll be a narrative, right? It's a big propaganda machine, not just the movie side, all the news and all that sort of stuff, more propaganda shit. So there's that element, which
Hmm.
there's the business side and the movie side. I feel like the less studios you have, again, like it's I don't fully know what can happen to the movie world industry. But it's great that actors, I mean, like, because people always say, oh, you're just an actor, just act. They're human beings too, you know. They have feelings too. When Mark Ruffalo sees a bunch of children being slaughtered in Palestine, he's not just like, oh, I'm an actor, doesn't really matter. No, he has feelings too. He'll look at that and be like, nah, man, I stand for those oppressed people and stuff like that. Same with all those
Exactly.
other guys. So I don't really like it when people are like, oh, you're an actor, just be an actor. Shut up. Like, that don't, if we're all human beings. Okay, you might not be as educated because I'm not as educated. Cool,
Mm.
there's a difference. So you take your knowledge to where it is, but as a human being, you're just like, well, I know how I feel as a human being. Slaughtering innocent people and children and stealing land is not actually, it's not a good thing. Right? Simple
Yeah,
as that.
exactly,
Um,
exactly.
but yeah, it's great that the industry is speaking up because like, again, like, Ruffalo and a whole bunch of artists. I won't go through their names, but they've said that we're never working with any Israeli propaganda studios and all that. So that means like, listen, I wouldn't say limit. It would possibly limit some of the projects that they can work on. They still got other projects, and people will still hire them to do their stuff. They got a fan base. People will go to them, but it does
100%.
stop that. But also, like, yeah, I don't know what happens to the industry when you just merge it into one big thing and one big thing controls it. Then what happens? Apart from a message, what happens to the industry? Does it? I don't know the background of. Does it really make the industry better or does it make it worse? And I feel like it could possibly limit because you've got one big organization, one perspective, one goal, one values that's just going to be pushed out there. How does it limit creativity? How does it limit opportunities? But that's huge, that they're I don't know if it's gonna happen, man. The rich always get what they want, so we don't know what happens, man. But we'll see. I mean, end of the day, as far as I know, that deal's gone through, or they're in the legal process now, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see
That's
what
what I was gonna say.
happens.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see what happens. I mean, look what happened to Disney, and like that's not a, 20th Century Fox. Like the control they have over the movies and what they do and how they push it out. Like 20th Century Fox can't be as creative as it used to be. They're only using original IPs to kind of push out their products. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah. See that
it's
one again. I before all of this, bro, I was just like, get X-Men over. I was really hyped about the MCU and all that sort of stuff. End of the day, though, fuck, like, because Fox is under Rupert Murdoch. That guy's a Zionist prick anyway, right? So basically, now when I think about it from that perspective, it went to Disney anyway, and everyone designed this too. So it doesn't really like it happened, right? And now I think about it, I mean, like it's interesting. Like I don't know like how much it changed in regards to the propaganda and the narrative or whatnot, because technically, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this thought, man. But basically, it's yeah, I just see it as a big now the way my mind is and the way I'm seeing the world. This merger, I see it as a big propaganda push. I see it as just controlling the narrative, especially because they said it themselves. We want to buy TikTok so we can, be a propaganda machine. This is a part of it. That's the way I see it. I don't see it in any other way. I don't see it in any other sort of movie sort of way. I feel like they're throwing big words and industry stuff and oh, it's gonna make the movie industry in Hollywood so much greater and this and that. I feel like there's the background agenda is control over the narrative, and that's one big part of this evil regime, and you know, um, I don't know where I'm going with it, but I'm trying to not to use bad words as bad as I want to say them, but
no, no, no. I
just it's
totally get you.
yeah,
I totally get you. I
the
totally
evil
get you. Listen,
empire.
exactly, bro. That's what you're gonna call them, the Empire. Uh, have you watched Andor season 2 yet, bro?
I haven't. I know you done a great review, and it's probably one of the everyone keeps saying one of the best Star Wars contents ever. I haven't seen it.
If you get what you didn't see both of the seasons.
I saw season one, but I kind of fell out of season one to be honest with you. So I think I need to go back and watch the whole thing again.
You know what? Try give it a go again. Like Star Wars is always mirrored reality and fascism and how the world works. This is just on a larger scale, and when you listen to the rebellion's cause, it's just us. That's us who's speaking. We're the people.
Hmm.
They're the ones that actually did something. Where in the reality we're in right now, we barely find it hard to stick with each other. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Check it out if you get the chance. Please do watch it.
I will do. I think I
It
will
was
do. I'll put it on my list. I started watching Peaky Blinders because I was on my list for ages, and then after I get through that, I'll put this on my list. I'll put it on my list
all right, bro.
now that I
Let's
got the
move on to
possibility to watch it.
Yeah, when you get the chance, do put it on the list when you get the chance. But yeah, in your own time. And it's like me. Like I haven't watched Daredevil, even though Mike Cotter spoiled the shit out of it. Motherfucker.
Ah, yeah, but you're gonna see
Motherfucker.
all the spoilers. I mean,
No, but
Invincible.
the thing is, I've
Woo!
stopped. As I said, I started stop following uh the larger accounts and larger creators, larger companies. I've stopped following them because they're spoiling
I
shit
know.
anyway. But then there's
I'm
people
see.
that are in the community spoiling it as well. So I'm like, bro,
I
if you don't
know.
get a
I
like
know.
or share, is because motherfucker, I stopped following you because you spoiled the shit out of it. I didn't even have 2 days before episode 4 came out to even. I haven't even seen the season yet, and you motherfuckers have already spoiled it. And I'm like,
That's,
you
that's the
bare
world we're
muting
in, but
people. I'm just bare
unfortunately,
muting and blocking people, and
nah, bro. You need to calm down.
I got to cut that shit out. I'll cut that shit out.
You need to bleep that shit out. You need to bleep that shit out.
I unfollowed your ass, bro. I followed your ass because you keep spoiling shit for me. Uh, but yeah, all right.
Bro,
But yeah,
like,
that moves into
I
the
get
movie
that.
news anyway.
I know. I'm seeing loads of doomsday shit, and I don't know if it's real, but I fuck sakes, man, I don't want to see anything. But bro, some stuff like Invincible, woo, season 5. Is it
I
season
need to
5 we're
see.
on?
I don't know what the hell is going on, but I see
It
people doing videos, but
is
I don't know what's going on. So I kind of glad in a way me stepping back away from it does really help me enjoy the shows a bit more. But then when I see something, block, delete, delete, block, block, mute, mute, block, delete, there's gonna be bare upset people, man. But it is what it is.
it is what it is. Let's get into the news.
So, as I said, Mike Cotter already spoke it for us. The team are back. Defenders in season 3 of Born Again. That's crazy.
Yes, they're
So they
reunited.
got the
I know
original.
that I didn't like that spoiler either. It is crap. I saw that it was already spoiled. That's why I put it in there as news because otherwise I wouldn't. But I don't like. But listen, man, it's fun. It's freaking fun. You know. I mean, it's great to see that they're coming back. You know, Luke Cage was awesome. Iron Fist I was a bit iffy about, but whatever. Bring him back and see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
See if we could
exactly. See what happens.
change the perspective on him. But listen, man, that means it's great because you know, we're leading up to a defenders level threat. You know, Kingpin's showing something huge. Daredevil season 2 is awesome so far. I know you haven't seen it yet, but it's awesome. So, you know, the only my only thing is like, okay, cool. I know they're making the season 3, so I'm kind of expecting season 2 to like, you know, I know it's not gonna end if that makes sense. You kind of already like,
Yeah,
there's no
you already know.
cliffhanger at the end.
There's no cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
don't know.
anyway.
Interesting. Interesting.
It'll be
Interesting.
fun though. It'll be super fun.
No, definitely, without a doubt, it's always it's good TV, but I just feel like it loses the momentum. You know, the momentum of like of these shows, of these characters. You know what I mean? It's like it's so difficult now to actually sit down and really just enjoy it. Like I'm as a fan, I'm withdrawing from it. That's crazy. I'm withdrawing from it. You know, where before I'd be easy to like if I've got some time, I'll slap on a Marvel movie, chill and watch it. Like I've tried to watch Deadpool and Wolverine 3 times, bro, and I
Mm.
can't do it because I know it's all fan service and it looks amazing and the rest of it. It's like, oh, it doesn't have that rewatchability. But then put a movie with John Travolta and Denzel Washington, directed by Tony Scott, taken of Palin 1 2 3, bro. I watch that all day long. The rewatchability to it, the action, the drama, they don't make movies like that no more, bro. Like that, you could just sit down and rewatch again. Man on Fire, you know, they've got a new one coming out in on Netflix with Yaya. Oh, it's gone right in my head.
Abdul the
Yeah,
second or
Abdul. Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. So like, it's like, no, man, please leave it alone. But anyway, we are getting. What did we talk about there, bro?
We just about Daredevil, so we're getting a Marvel Zombies season 2.
Yes, sorry, Marvel Zombie season 2 coming out, which the first season was brilliant. I gotta say,
Brilliant,
that
yeah.
was good fun.
I do
Very
think
good.
I do think the what ifs lost. For me, it just lost its touch. So the Marvel Zombies animation really brought a different element to it, and just it was awesome. I
You know
can't
what?
wait for.
They need to stick to that. What ifs, bro? I didn't even finish off season 3. I
Just
watched up
got
to
bad.
episode 2. Good night.
Do you know I think that was bad? They connected the story and made it a big, you know, Avengers level, whatever, what if level
That's what they shouldn't
threat.
have done.
They shouldn't have done. They should have just done what if stories. That's the whole point of it, and that's
That's
fun.
it. The comics don't. That's what I'm saying. The comics don't lead up to one big story. There's just one shot stories. Uh, anyway,
Just make it
it's
fun.
but
That
listen,
was
make it
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
Marvel Zombie season 2 coming out. We got Extraction 3, man. Chris Hemsworth is coming back. Hopefully he's running around Bangladesh again, but I doubt it. And him speaking some Shuddha Bhasha. But yeah, it's good to see him back, man. I've always got this good. I think Chris Hemsworth has this charisma about him, and I really like him on the big screen, man. Whether it's Thor or the characters that he plays now, he always brings this. It's got a kind of good charm to who
Yeah,
he is. So I think he's wicked in the Extraction movies. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with that. It's
yeah.
the same
I
company
think
that the
Alba's back.
Joe Russo brothers, the Russo brothers company, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Agbo,
yeah.
Agbo, yeah. Yeah,
Action's
I'm looking.
awesome. Good choreographing action.
Yeah,
I think Idris Alba's back. Yeah, I love that movie. I love the Extraction movies. They're great.
Idris Elba's back.
Yeah, he was in the first one, remember? Second one, remember?
Yeah,
Do you remember? Second one. Idris Alba was in that one.
I completely forgot, man. See, this is the thing. Idris Elba.
Yeah. I am thinking right. He was in it. He was in it, yeah.
Nah, man. I don't think he's in that, bro.
Idris Alba was in Extraction 2, I'm telling you.
Hold on.
The research. Do the research, bro.
Hold on. Extraction 2. Cost. Ah, shit, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah, see? See? That's what I'm
I
saying.
forgot. Uh, all right, cool. I need to watch that again. Looks like I forgot. Oh, that was the one that was like everybody was involved, and yeah, okay, sorry, my head. RoboCop series, man. So it's strange to hear this because I love the original RoboCop 1 and 2 movies, and I didn't mind the RoboCop that we got after. A lot of people gave it a lot of hate, but the TV series they brought out, I think it was in the late 80s, 90s, yeah? Which I watched. It was on Amazon Prime, and I watched all of them. They're goofy as shit. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but I ended up watching it because every time I watched the dishes, it was a quick 20 minutes to watch something on my phone. And I really enjoyed them for what they were. Like, they knew what they were. You know, those shows knew what they were. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with the RoboCop story. To be honest, I don't want a retelling of the story. Just give me, throw me in there. RoboCop's already there in the world. He exists. We don't need backstories. We don't need a reimagining of what happens. Uh, yeah,
My thing
that's
with
it.
these RoboCop movies, especially in this day and age, right? It's hard because back then it was revolutionary, man. Like a
Yeah,
RoboCop. You know what I mean? He was technologically advanced and all this sort of stuff.
yeah.
Now, bro, like we have RoboCops, we have drones. Like, so what makes him so special? His human element or whatnot? But what will make him so special in this day and age? Like, because he can get hacked. He's probably technologically advanced, cool. But then this everyone can create drones and all this sort of stuff. So my thing
Exactly.
is like he's not as unique as he was back in the 80s. You know what I mean? He's not a unique thing anymore. He's a RoboCop. Everyone's a RoboCop now. Like I said, you got drones, you got self-driving cars, you got people create their own RoboCops. You know what I mean? So I just don't feel like that feeling of this you know, exclusive being or whatever it is, exclusive cop. It's not. Yeah, the world's so technologically advanced. How do you make him different? So anyway, that's my thought about it. So I would
I
say
think that's
like,
why the other RoboCop didn't work
right,
because of like how like the we're not even in the future yet. Like, but the technology, the way it's grown, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
I've seen, bro, I'm not even joking to you. Where I lived last time, someone was walking his drone dog. You know
hmm?
the drone dogs? He was walking in the park with his drone dog. I'm not joking to you. I felt like I was in Back to the Future, so I'm just walking around, and I'm like, and it was a drone, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like we're in that kind of world where people are actually doing that, and so with RoboCop, when you're talking about technologically advanced, I just don't see him as that anymore. So how do you make him technologically advanced in this real world? that you're putting in there, or take it back to the 80s where there is no technology and then make him unique again. So I don't
Oh
know.
shit!
I
See,
don't
see,
know.
that works. That works. I mean, did you see the beginning of I Swear? It was based in the 80s. Did you see the buildings? Did you see the cars? I didn't give that movie compliments for the aesthetics.
I
The way,
forgot to mention to you, bro. Do you know what? Sorry, I have to cut you, bro. Do you remember the front door? It had that design on the glass. I was looking at Ellie. I was like, "Oh my God, we had that at home." Like the design of the glass. And I remember as a kid, I used to just follow it, like I was like following a
yeah,
maze or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah.
It brought back so much of memories from the childhood, bro. But yes,
And I
you're
think
right.
that's
That's what
what
I'm
they do.
saying.
I think that's what they do. If they move forward, they move forward with if they're gonna. Uh, it was based in the 80s, 90s, roughly, or in the early 2000s. I can't remember. I need to double check, but keep it to that era.
Yeah,
Keep RoboCop in that era. So then at least we were like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? That was what it was like in the 80s and 90s. That's what they
yeah.
should do. Because trying to do it now,
Otherwise, yeah, you have to pump him full of AI and AI. I don't know. I just don't think it'll work anymore. You have to think of something unique. He has to be supreme out here. Anyway, let's move on. Metal Gear Solid,
uh,
bro.
I
The
know they've
movie
been waiting for
director.
this
They
for
got the
ages.
same. I know they got the same movie director. I believe they've locked onto the movie director as Final Destination Bloodline, which I can't remember his name.
It's
Um,
all good. It's all right. To be honest, it's still Oscar Isaac, right?
it's two director. I think there's two brothers or something.
All right,
Two
okay.
people. Final. Hold on, let me
What is
check.
Oscar Isaac playing Snake?
That I don't think it's been confirmed, I don't know.
I feel like that was confirmed ages ago, but I don't want Oscar Isaac as Snake. I personally think they should just get somebody new to do the
So the
character.
director is Zach, two of them, Zach
Yeah.
Lipowski, like Lipowski and Adam Steen, the
Okay.
directors of those movie. And then Metal Gear Solid, movie cast. Let's see, because Oscar Isaac was there, but I don't think it is. Oscar Isaac is attached to star Solid Snake, yeah, live action movie directed by the project. It has been in development for years. I don't know, he's still attached to it, but I don't know. We'll see.
All right, cool. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens. It'll be interesting. All right. Lena Headey joins Wednesday season 3. She's like
she
from Judge
plays
Dredd
Cersei's.
and
Oh,
yeah, Cersei's in
yeah, Game
Game
of
of
Thrones.
Thrones. Uh,
Respect to her, man. She speaks out.
oh yes, oh
She
yes,
ain't scared to
definitely.
speak out.
It'd be interesting to see. To be honest, I didn't even watch season 2, bro. So uh,
Wednesday's awesome. I really like that show.
yeah, I need to check it
Yeah,
out. I
it's
need to
so
watch
good.
season 2. I need to check out season 2. So go from there. But no, she's a great actress. So I'm sure she'll bring loads to the table. And then Adria Ajona cast as Maxima in Superman Man of Tomorrow. Now that is an interesting casting. Uh, I thought they would have made her Wonder Woman, to be honest. I thought
Interesting.
she would have been Wonder Woman, but that's cool. Let's see what happens. We'll have to wait and see. Man of Tomorrow has started filming already. We've seen Superman in the costume. James Gunn pushing it out. Shout out to Warner Brothers UK and DC UK Comics for sending me over the t-shirts they sent me over as well to celebrate Superman Day, guys. We've got Supergirl coming out in a couple of months, which is going to be good. Like, it'll be good fun. I haven't seen the second trailer. I won't be watching the second trailer. I only watched that first one. But I think there's a couple of trailers which I ended up watching when I watched Hail Mary. So Odyssey and there's another one. Odyssey, which is Christopher Nolan's new film. I didn't watch no trailers for that, but I saw that first trailer, decent. And there was another trailer that came out recently that I said I weren't going to watch.
Doom?
Doom Part 3, yeah. Which I didn't see, but when I saw it on the cinema, it was in IMAX. I was like, man, this is going to be must, man. I'm excited to see where they go with this. And The Messiah, the book, when Frank wrote that book, the book is insane, bro. And I like what Denise has done with this trilogy. Like, he's really pushed it to its limits to what he can do on the big screen. I'm interested to see what they do in Part 3. All right, man. I think that was it, bro.
That was everything. Yeah.
We've covered, yes, we have. Listen, massive thank you to everybody as always, guys. I ran a giveaway last week on our X channel, which I'll do another giveaway this week. So make sure you guys go check that out. But as always, super grateful for everybody that's showing us love on our socials, because our socials have grown like mad. I think we've got 1 million views on one of our videos. Shout outs to Ati as well, who covers most of the events for us at the moment now. But one of her videos hit
We need
1
to do
million.
collaborate more with her, man. We need to because Atia wants to obviously collaborate with us on her channel because her channel smashes it as well.
Mm.
So we need to do more of that, bro. Like especially when we're reaching out to studios as well. We should put Atia's page on there too because it's a collaboration.
No. I have. So I always push her because she's the one going at the moment now. But yeah, as always, guys, massive thank you. Make sure you check out the links in our bios for medical aid for Palestine and Lebanon at the moment now. I've got Sudan and Congo in there as well, guys. There's loads going on happening in the real world. And I know we don't cover that as much, and we will. We do cover it in between when we're talking, and you guys know where we stand as rebellions, but as always, massive thank you. Very grateful for the love. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But questions, if you have any questions for the next episode, drop a comment on this video and let us know what you would like us to cover on the next show. All right, G-Man. We signing out.
We out. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching, and make sure you follow us on all our socials. You got X, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel for more of the long form content and the breaking news. Also, guys, if you guys are on the commute, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. And there's some more videos for you guys to watch.